Say anything about it then.
The 2020 Deborah Roberts interview.
Wow.
Friday night at 9/8 Central on ABC.
You couldn't meet a couple with more going for them.
You want to talk about the American dream? They had it.
Am I ever gonna love again?
There's a time when love becomes betrayal, and a time when betrayal becomes murder.
I was thinking to myself, whatever happened, it's really bad.
Their beautiful romance wasn't so beautiful anymore.
Am I ever gonna
Premiering Monday night, Bad Romance, the all-new 2020 limited series. Monday night at 10/9 Central on ABC.
No one wants to see that.
She's made her mind up. She's leaving.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
And that's why at Good Morning America,
we're right here. And we got you. We got you.
Covering news across your hometown tonight. We're working hard for you. This is WHSV News at 11.
The mission to create more affordable living means for people in Rockingham County continues. Good evening, I'm Shelby Martin filling in for Kayla Tinsley, and thank you for joining us. The Central Valley Habitat for Humanity is looking to complete its goal to fully fund projects to help low-income families, and WHSV's Mandy Bartholomew has more.
Our ultimate goal is to raise $4 million, so we've raised $3 million, which is great.
The Central Valley Habitat for Humanity started its capital campaign in 2023. The goals of this campaign are constructing 11 housing units in a new subdivision on Sutter Street in Harrisonburg, expanding its program in critical home repair to allow more families to stay in their homes, and to acquire new property for future projects.
As we come out of Sutter Street, we're asking the question already, even though it'll take us another year and a half or 2 years to finish that, where do we go next? Where do we put families after that?
Another big factor is the critical home repair.
The components are weatherization, roofing, windows, safety, can we keep the house safe? Accessibility as adults age in place. So a lot of those strong stories about people that we can raise their quality of life, keep them in their home longer.
This is something Central Valley Habitat for Humanity has partnered with the 3 local retirement communities to create better living for seniors.
They may need a ramp, they may need a renovation to their bathroom to make living in that home safe and fulfilling for them. And so that's the opportunity that we really wanted to jump on and be able to enhance the lives of seniors throughout our community.
Information to donate to the campaign can be found on WHSV.com. Working hard for you, Mandy Bartholomew, WHSV.
Modifications were made to the contract for the Stanton Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court Facility at the Stanton City Council meeting tonight. This was for the architectural, engineering, and related services. More money was needed in the contract, which required council's approval. Council says they believe the increase was for increased complexity and design of the courthouse.
A funding source has already been identified for the CIP fund, which is our courthouse construction fund, and therefore no additional funding is requested at this time.
The proposed change is $499,000, and Stanton City Council passed this change unanimously. Virginia state lawmakers are pushing for more protections for kids who are removed from their parents' custody. State Senator Mark Obenshane, who represents much of the valley, says a new bill is meant to make sure what happened to Khaleesi Cathriel never happens again. Khaleesi was nearly 3 years old when her mom was arrested, and she went to live with Candy Royer and Travis Brown. The proposed bill supports placements of children with relatives or friends in order to avoid foster care. Khaleesi's mom knew Candy Royer and chose for her daughter to live there, but law enforcement officers and social workers testified in court, saying no one ever checked in on Khaleesi. But law enforcement officers also agree after she went to live with Brown and Royer, the Augusta County Sheriff's Office said within only a few months, Khaleesi was dead and her body had never been found.
After the conviction of the 2 murderers in Khaleesi's case, the Commonwealth's attorney took a deep dive into the regulations and statutes and found that in kinship care placements or alternative living arrangements, there were a couple of just enormous gaps.
Right now, it's not a requirement that anyone check in on a child when they go to live with family. Plus, there is no requirement that CPS does a background check on the potential caregivers. At the time of the diversionary agreement, both Royer and Brown had dozens of charges, including assault and battery of a family member. But this bill also provides new supports for family members who take in children, modeled after supports in place for foster parents.
Giving you a live look out over downtown Harrisonburg right now with our Pepsi of Central Virginia Skycam. Temperatures around the area are looking relatively mild, kind of warm actually for this time of year. Harrisonburg is missing the value. 62 degrees right now though, and much of the area is not going to see too much of a temperature decrease overnight as that dew point remains relatively high. Looking at your wind speed, that warming trend is coming from the south with those winds moving through. You might feel a bit of a breeze as well, and we will continue to stay in this area of temperatures as we go on for the rest of the night. Looking at your satellite radar, the majority of the moisture is moving to the north and west. We're having some showers here in Pendleton, Grant and Hardee County. I have more on what the rain will look like for this weekend coming up.
Thank you, Grant. Roanoke College is now launching a new program next semester on cannabis. This will be the first program of its kind in the state, allowing students to study the science of cannabis, social justice, and policy issues. Annabelle Kinney with our sister station WDBJ in Roanoke heard from school leaders about why they think the program will be beneficial.
There was a lot of excitement from school leaders when discussing this program. School leaders say they are hoping it will have a positive impact on the community and students.
Starting this fall, students at Roanoke College will have the option to major or minor in cannabis studies. As the first Virginia college to implement something like this, faculty members say they want to be a leader in the Commonwealth, increasing education and understanding about a rapidly growing industry.
It's an industry that wants academics to be here with it and to help it, right? They're doing great things, and we hope to make them do better things.
The program has a core curriculum for all cannabis students. Every student will have the same exposure to societal, psychological, historical, and botanical backgrounds. After that course is complete, they can choose which direction to go. Dr. Dorothy Belpoli says knowledge of marijuana is useful in many different job fields.
We have lawyers that need to come back for education, medical doctors that have never been exposed to this education because it was considered too taboo for their medical schools. Not to mention that our students that just want to go into the industry, whatever aspect that might be from a seed to sale business, will be properly situated to go in with the best knowledge behind them.
Students will only be studying hemp varieties that have no psychoactive effects. This means they're not going to get high during class.
The college will not grow or conduct research with cannabis varieties that contain more than 0.3% THC, so our students will not be exposed to illegal substances. However, these non-THC dominant hemp varieties provide students with the scientific training that they need to be successful in the cannabis industry following graduation.
Just like the status of marijuana in Virginia, program leaders say this course could evolve over the years. Reporting in Roanoke, Annabelle Kinney, WDBJ 7.
Now to Richmond, where police say a father is behind bars after a 4-year-old shot himself in the hand. 32-year-old LaDontis Holland is facing multiple charges, including abuse and neglect of a child and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. It all happened in a hotel room on Richmond Highway. At this hour, we don't know how the child is doing, and the father will be back in court tomorrow for his arraignment hearing. Still to come on the news tonight, a mother on trial for her son's mass shooting. We'll bring you the details. Plus, new statistics about pregnancies from rape in states with abortion bans.
Good Thursday evening. I'm Mary Vi, financial advisor with the Lansing Gokenhour Investment Group of Janney Montgomery Scott. Here's tonight's stocks of local interest.
This WHSV news segment brought to you by the Ritchie Law Firm.
Rethink how you get breaking news.
A rooftop collapses at a suburban hotel.
With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Reporters who know the streets and the people. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Stay close, stay connected, because the big breaking stories are best told by those who live it.
Local News Live, always streaming on WHSV.com.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $319 per month lease or get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue.
It's the final days of the in-store warehouse sale and clearance at Grand. Get up to 80% off store-wide. Find the lowest possible prices, plus a discount equal to your sales tax and free front door delivery. Ends Monday at Grand Home Furnishings.
At Lance Construction, what we build may vary, but one thing remains constant. There is always a story. Just down the road from our home base, Lance is steadily working on the extensive renovation of Broadway High School, home of the Fighting Gobblers.
The construction will have a great impact on the students' overall school experience. Not only will we have a new girls' team room and a new weight room, but this new 2-story addition will house various classrooms, science labs, and a new broadcast studio in which we are using pieces of WHSV's former set.
And the first phase, which is now completed, included significant improvements to our athletic department. We've received great feedback on these enhancements so far.
Many Team Lancers are proud alums, and many have children who attend the school. It feels great to be doing a project that Lance will get to experience the impact it will have on the students as well as the Broadway community overall. Join us again soon for Building Our Communities, presented by Lance Construction.
Watch Investigate TV Plus weekdays at 4 on WHSV.
When it's cold outside, we trust Blue Mountain to keep our home warm and toasty inside.
Welcome back. Opening statements began today in the trial against Jennifer Crumbley, the mother of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumbley. A case raising the question, should a parent be held responsible for their child's actions? Ethan has already pleaded guilty to terrorism, 4 counts of murder, and 19 other charges, and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Jen Sullivan has more details.
Clarify. Emotional testimony from victims and witnesses retelling the terrifying moments shooter Ethan Crumbley opened fire at Oxford High School in November of 2021.
I looked down and I realized he was raising a gun to me.
4 students were killed. Molly Darnell was one of the 7 people wounded when Crumbley opened fire.
I had texted my husband, "I love you, active shooter." And then I started feeling blood dripping down my arm.
Thursday was opening statements in the trial, not against Ethan, but against his mother, Jennifer Crumbley, who prosecutors argue ignored all red flags before her son went on a deadly rampage. She's facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley didn't pull the trigger that day, but she is responsible for those deaths.
The prosecution showed the jury a drawing Ethan made before the shooting of a person bleeding, a gun, and a message that says, "My life is useless." Concerned school administrators met with both Ethan's parents to discuss the drawing. Prosecutors say Jennifer Crumbley failed to notify the school that her son had access to a gun they bought him 4 days earlier.
Despite her knowledge of his growing social isolation, despite the fact that it is illegal for a 15-year-old to walk into a gun store and walk out with a handgun by himself.
The defense arguing she was not responsible for what her son did.
The evidence at trial is going to show you that Jennifer Crumbley did the best she could as a mother to a child who grew up into a teenager and had no way to know what was going to happen.
Working hard for you, Jen Sullivan, WHSV.
A staggering statistic published Wednesday in the journal JAMA Internal Medicine. An estimated nearly 65,000 pregnancies have resulted from rape in 14 states that have abortion bans. That's according to researchers from Planned Parenthood, Resound Research for Reproductive Health, and academic institutions across the United States. They looked at a combination of federal surveys on crime and sexual violence and estimated there were about more than 500,000 rapes. The study concludes the sexual violence led to nearly 65,000 pregnancies just in the time since abortion was no longer a legal option in those states less than 18 months ago. A 2022 Pew Research Center survey found nearly 70% of adults say abortion should be legal if the pregnancy is the result of rape. But experts say that the realities of putting those exceptions into practice are challenging for a variety of reasons. An effort that would have the Republican National Committee formally considering making Donald Trump as the party's presumptive nominee has now been withdrawn. The draft resolution was introduced by Committeeman David Bossie and was being reviewed by the RNC. If it was approved, Trump would benefit from fundraising with the RNC and other organizational help. It would also mean the RNC would essentially oppose former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley's campaign moving forward. But two sources familiar with the matter say Bossie withdrew the resolution Thursday night. The move comes after Trump shared his opposition to the resolution in a post on Truth Social. He wrote that he, quote, wanted to finish the process off at the ballot box. And Haley's campaign spokeswoman had also said that Republican voters should decide the nominee. On Thursday, the White House announced new steps it's taking to stress the importance of safe storage of firearms. The Biden administration is using the Justice and Education departments to share information with the public on the issue with the hopes it reduces gun violence. And National Washington News Bureau reporter Josh Rottenberg has more.
The White House's newest plan is two-pronged. First, it has the Department of Justice releasing guidelines for gun owners on the best way to properly store their guns. Second, it directs the Department of Education to send a letter to school principals so they can stress the importance of safe storage and talk to families and community leaders about the issue. First Lady Jill Biden and Education Secretary Miguel Cardona hosted a town hall at the White House Thursday to further explain the new actions. I spoke with Secretary Cardona afterwards. He tells me if the Biden administration does not address this issue, more children will die in school shootings.
At the end of the day, we're talking about lives of children. I can't be focusing on reading and math only if students and teachers are worried about being shot in schools. So I have a role here too.
And the Biden administration says while these new actions promote safe storage, Congress still needs to pass laws requiring gun owners to lock up their guns. In Washington, I'm Josh Rottenberg.
High of 65 today as we continue to experience these unseasonably warm temperatures. Taking a look at our almanac here, the record for today in 1944, 70 degrees. I'll have more on your first alert forecast coming up after the break.
WHSV's First Alert Weather App is sponsored by the Charlie Oba Auto Group in Stanton.
It's those special moments in life that matter. But when joint aches and pains keep you from doing what you love with the people you love, it's time for Augusta Health Center for Orthopedic Medicine to help. Our team of experts will get you back to making more moments. Visit augustahealth.com/orthopedics for more information. Augusta Health, care that makes you stronger.
Black Brothers Painting has been proudly serving the Shenandoah Valley for over 50 years. Start to finish, residential, commercial, or industrial, our experience and quality sets us apart. Floor to ceiling, inside and out, we make sure the job is done to your satisfaction. See the difference experience and quality make. Call us today for a free estimate. Black Brothers Painting, supporting student athletes around the valley.
Happy New Year from McDonough Toyota. We've been serving Virginia for more than 49 years.
Choose a 2024 Toyota Camry or Corolla with low 4.99% interest for 60 months. Or a new 2024 RAV4 with low 3.99% interest. And check out the off-road ready 2024 Toyota 4Runner in stock now.
McDonough Toyota, 918 Richmond Road, Stanton. Online at mcdtoyota.com. The easiest place in Virginia to buy a car.
Pull up a cushion and chill out.
Kimmel's worth the wait.
I gotta see Jimmy tonight.
So stay up late.
You do this for a living. Do you want to be funny all day?
Yes.
Okay.
Late night's #1 show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Local news live, always streaming on WHSV.com. Get the word out about your organization's event with WHSV's Community Calendar. Visit the community section of WHSV.com to submit your event. Sponsored by the Ritchie Law Firm. Your First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Grant Coleman and the Tiger Solar Doppler Radar.
Welcome back this evening. We have a full wolf moon tonight, and the best viewing will be tomorrow as the clouds move through over the area. They will continue to break up as we get into tomorrow. I actually found out that it's called a full wolf moon because wolves tend to howl during January. So this is our main full moon for January. Temperatures around the area are going to remain around the same. Right now, they're in the mid 50s. We're seeing some 60 here in Broadway, 49 in Petersburg. A lot of those spots are going to remain in the same sort of temperature range because we're not really going to get too far down below. That dew point is pretty high, and that moisture is still in the air. We can see this the main part of the rain moving up to the north and west, with portions of Hardy and Grant County receiving some of those showers, but the majority of the valley here is not really receiving much moisture, but we still are getting that consistent cloud cover. You can see some of it populating here on the Blue Ridge Mountains, mostly drizzle as well. Looking at your overnight lows, like I said before, those temperatures are not going to dip down too far below where we're at right now. Mostly in the mid 50s with Harrisonburg at 58, Broadway 53, Monterey and Petersburg 50 and 49. So a little bit cooler out there in West Virginia. Those temperatures are going to remain around that area. That dew point is very high right now, and it's keeping those temperatures higher. As we get into tomorrow, the temperatures are going to continue to rise up. We have a record that could possibly be broken. Right now, the forecast is for 68 for the high, but 70 is the record set in 1944 with some other locations down here. We're going to get really close to that, but we'll keep an eye on that as we get into tomorrow. Those temperatures being in the mid to upper 60s, clouds in the morning, but will clear out very quickly, become a nice, dry, comfortable day as that humidity goes down. A little bit breezy at times, but tomorrow's the day if you want to get outside to do any yard work or enjoy some nice weather. That's the day, because on Saturday, we'll be getting down into the 50s, and as we get into the evening hours, the majority of the day will be dry, but as we get into the evening hours, we will have increasing clouds and showers that start to come through and give us some rain overnight into Sunday. That Sunday forecast is looking like rain much of the day with clouds as we get into the rest of it. You can see here on the radar here, the low pressure system is moving up through the area, bringing moisture up through our area, which is on Saturday, and that'll give us those rain showers that mainly come after sunset and continue overnight into Sunday. Looking at your 7-day forecast presented by Blue Mountain Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, 68 on Friday, tomorrow, 53 on Saturday, 48 on Sunday. Those 2 days you'll have that rain overnight Saturday going into Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you'll start to get back down into the 40s, a more comfortable and more reasonable temperature, I think, for this time of year with those partly cloudy skies, and getting back into the 50s on Thursday.
I mean, how crazy was it that today was so warm?
I know, it's crazy. That south wind is just bringing all that warm air up from, well, the south.
Yeah, I mean, it does remind me of home, but I've got to say, enjoying the winter weather here has been a fun experience, 100%.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Absolutely. And how excited are you for that full moon?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm a huge space guy, so I'm really excited for that.
Oh, sorry, I had to do that. Thank you, Grant.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, Macy Smith is rewriting Strasburg's record books with grace. Meet this week's Student Athlete of the Week up next in sports.
Hi, I'm Bob Corso, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me June 25th to July 5th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring iconic places like Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WHSV, for more information.
Don't overpay for your heating and AC service or install. At Star Heating and Cooling, we don't do plumbing, water treatment, or windows, just heating and AC. Installing and servicing American standard heating and air conditioning products, built to a higher standard.
All done, Mr. Whitfield. Nice choice.
Glo Fiber is designed to give you the best internet experience. Our fiber optic technology is undeniably better than cable, delivering faster, more reliable internet. Glo Fiber's friendly local support consistently gets the highest industry rankings. With simple, transparent pricing and no contracts, the choice is clear. Switch to Glo Fiber right now and get your first month free. And if you sign up online, save $100 your first year. Get started at glofiber.com today.
This is your wall of defense. Your wall of defense from getting hurt twice. The Ritchie Law Firm is your wall of defense from insurance companies that are only looking out for their bottom line after you've been hurt. The last thing you need to worry about is the insurance company cheating you out of what you deserve. Call the Ritchie Law Firm. Insurance companies take notice when they hear our name. They know we fight hard to get you everything you deserve. We are the Ritchie Law Firm. We are your wall of defense from getting hurt twice.
This is not you.
It's not me.
Real people, real problems, real life solutions. Investigate TV+.
Weekdays at 4 on WHSV.
Don't overpay for your heating and AC service or install. At Star Heating and Cooling, we don't do plumbing, water treatment, or windows, just heating and AC. Installing and servicing American standard heating and air conditioning products, built to a higher standard.
This WHSV news segment brought to you by the Ritchie Law Firm. Now, your local sports from the Centera Sports Desk. Centera supports athletes on the court, on the field, and in our community.
Strasburg High School senior Macy Smith has left quite a mark on her school. Smith, who will play Division I basketball next year, shines bright on and off the court. WHSV's Colby Johnson has more on Charlie Obaugh, Auto Group Student Athlete of the Week.
I feel in my element when I'm on the court, and it's fun at the end of the day, and it's what I love to do. And again, I feel like God gave me this gift. It's not just a game to me, it means more than that.
Macy Smith will go down as one of the greatest basketball players in Strasburg High School's history. Last year, she was named first-team All-State, and she's committed to play at the Division I level in college next year at St. Bonaventure.
She's probably the hardest working kid I've ever been around since I've been here in my 20-some years. She's the first one in the gym. She's the last one to leave. She lives right up the street here from school, and she has a basketball court behind her house. So when you leave school, you see her out there shooting and have since she was little.
I truly dedicate all of this work to God. I truly believe that, He gave me this gift to glorify His name. And, He's what keeps me going. He is what motivates me to play this sport.
Smith is also a state champion in the long jump and was part of Strasburg's girls track and field state championship team last spring. On the basketball court, she is a leader for her teammates.
She's always been, a leader, when she plays, being a good role model for everybody in her actions. Not only in the game of basketball, but also sportsmanship-wise. But her ability to be a more vocal leader with her team has been really fun to watch.
Smith is a standout in the classroom as well with a 4.17 GPA. She's also part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and enjoys helping her community.
The community has given me and just the school a lot of support throughout the years, and so it's my duty to give back, and I want to do that.
Smith could soon make history. She's on pace to become Strasburg's all-time leading scorer in basketball. She could break the girls' record as early as Friday and the overall record by the end of the season.
She's meant the world to our programs, and her leadership and her character is second to none, and we've been proud to have her as a Ram over the last 4 years.
Congratulations to Macy Smith, the Charlie Obaugh Auto Group Student Athlete of the Week. Working hard for you, Colby Johnson, WHSV Sports.
Before we go tonight, here's a look at our Pepsi of Central Virginia Skycam. Stay with us for a final look at your forecast in just a moment.
Watch live newscasts on the WHSV News app, powered by First Bank and Trust.
Your workers' comp claim may have been accepted, but don't assume they'll give you what you deserve. Your employer and their insurance company will have legal representation, and so should you. Call Hammond Townsend. Workers' compensation is what we do. It's all we do.
Regardless of the team you support on Sundays, the joy of victory is right around the corner. So is getting an affordable, reliable new Toyota. And with plenty of vehicles in stock, there's less waiting and more saving, making now a good time to score with a great deal. Like special financing as low as 3.99% on reliable Legends, RAV4, and Highlander. It's game on at Toyota, official partner of the NFL. Toyota, let's go places.
A credit card from DuPont Community Credit Union pays you back every time you shop. And from now until February 29th, new cardholders who open a rewards or cashback card can receive 0% intro APR for 15 months, or choose our World Card and receive 50,000 bonus points. So whether you want cash back to help with bills or saving for a vacation, shop with confidence this year with a credit card from DCCU. This limited time offer won't last long. Visit mydccu.com to learn more and apply today.
I think he's having a midlife crisis.
I'm not. You got us T-Mobile Home Internet Lite. After a week of streaming, they knocked us down.
Dial-up speeds, like from the 90s.
Great times.
All I can say is that my life is pretty.
Your mom and I procreated to that song.
Oh. I think you've said enough.
Why don't we just switch to Xfinity like everyone else?
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for just $25 a month for 12 months. You can save $120 over T-Mobile 5G home internet in your first year.
Cleanse and exfoliate in one step with new Garnier Meissler Gentle Peeling Water, boosted with glycolic acid to cleanse, remove makeup, and gently exfoliate. Clinically tested to even skin tone. See visibly glowing skin with new Meissler Gentle Peeling Water by Garnier, naturally.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
If your workers' comp claim has been denied, we've got your back. Hammond Townsend handles workers' compensation cases exclusively. Call the attorneys on your side. Hammond Townsend. We only get paid when you get paid.
Before we go tonight, let's get a final look at that forecast. So Grant, you want to tell us a little bit about that wolf moon?
Well, we're not going to see it tonight because clouds are going to continue overnight with some drizzling around the area. As we get into tomorrow, it's going to be more sun in the afternoon with some beautiful skies. It'll dry out. Temperatures will move up. So we get into Saturday, that rain will come in late, and then coming in Sunday will cool down as the rain continues overnight into the rest of the day. So.
Awesome. Yeah. That'll be really nice to have some more rain, especially to get rid of that drought. I mean, we're almost there, I'm hoping.
Yeah, oh yeah, I hope so. But yeah, so tomorrow, make sure you look out for that wolf moon and enjoy your evening.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tap into better water. Tap into Waterworks. Tap into the taste right now. Tap into better water. We have got the know-how. Tap into efficiency. You'll find we are the best. Our systems are low maintenance, the kind that costs you less. Your water's soft and silky, so's your hair and skin. Tap into better water. Tap into Waterworks.
At Lance Construction, what we build may vary, but one thing remains constant. There is always a story. Just down the road from our home base, Lance is steadily working on the extensive renovation of Broadway High School, home of the Fighting Gobblers.
The construction will have a great impact on the students' overall school experience. Not only will we have a new girls' team room and a new weight room, but this new two-story addition will house various classrooms, science labs, and a new broadcast studio in which we are using pieces of WHSV's former set.
And the first phase, which is now completed, included significant improvements to our athletic department. We've received great feedback on these enhancements so far.
Many Team Lancers are proud alums, and many have children who attend the school. It feels great to be doing a project that Lance will get to experience the impact it will have on the students as well as the Broadway community overall. Join us again soon for for building our communities, presented by Lance Construction.
WHSV's community calendar is sponsored by the Ritchie Law Firm. Now through January 27th, it's the Baked Potato Chili Bowl Bake Sale at Buffalo Gap Presbyterian Church. Pre-order now and pick up on January 27th between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Then, the Shenandoah Valley Governor's School, in association with Shannon Arts, presents Sympathy Jones, the new Secret Agent musical. Performances run from January 25th to the 28th. For these and other events, visit the community section of WHSV.com.
Kayla Brooks is working hard for you.